1990. Holy Ghost filled, you will sing at the cartel. I live the high life cause I'm heavenly minded. Hold up, I'm a 90s baby. So really, you made me walk up to you and you don't subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video and share it with someone. I know you will. Righteous, so wicked. Righteous, now wicked. You righteous, so wicked. Righteous, now. Well, by now I'm pretty sure you've heard that the Lumezi seat is now vacant, as has been declared vacant by the Speaker of the National Assembly. So independent member of parliament Munir Zulu has been convicted for more than 12 months. That's just in one count in one of the court cases that he had in court, and that has to do with defamation. Should have been of some individuals in government, some ministers. So he has been convicted. Should be 12 months. And according to our constitution, when a member of parliament is convicted for 12 months or more, their seat is supposed to be declared vacant, and that's what has happened. But the rate at which it was declared vacant is what has the nation talking to say. That was even less than 24 hours, less than 12 hours even from the conviction. And the ECZ also confirmed to say yes, they've received correspondence from the National Assembly or the Speaker, instructing them to say that seat is vacant and they're supposed to declare it. There's supposed to be by-elections in Lumezi. So as things stand, Lumezi is likely to have by-elections in the next 3 months, so which is likely to be by July, if not August. There should be by-elections in Lumezi. Yeah, so expect that to be announced very soon. Munir Zulu has lost his seat, and then obviously Sampa has reacted to it. He says, I can't imagine how boring the House will be without the vibrant Honorable Munir Zulu. And then he shares some of the images and the memories that they've shared with the amazing member of parliament in parliament there. That's Munir Zulu and the material member of parliament, Sampa, in picture there. He says he's going to miss Munir Zulu, and then obviously he's also in the news diggers. Lumezi said, Lumezi seat vacant as Munir settles in prison. So as you can see there, his conviction is public knowledge now. And as a result of that, his seat is vacant. And then Shifetari says, just like I anticipated, Munir loses his Lumezi parliamentary seat after Speaker declared it vacant. ECZ will now prepare for by-elections. So Lumezi Eastern Province, Lumezi constituency has officially fallen vacant following the conviction of and sentencing of area member of parliament Munir Zulu to 12 months imprisonment with hard labor for libel. So it's actually 12 months. So he's been convicted for 12 months. And that's just in one of the cases. He's got a number of cases still that he's appearing in court for. So maybe the convictions might be even more in others. We'll wait and see how they turn out. So the Speaker of the National Assembly, Neri Muti, formally notified the Electoral Commission of Zambia through a letter dated April 8th, 2025, triggering a start of the by-election process. The Electoral Commission of Zambia Chief Electoral Officer Brown Kasaro has confirmed receiving the Speaker's correspondence and stated that the Commission is now activating the internal procedure in line with electoral regulations. Stakeholders will be informed of the next steps in due course. Mr. Kasaro told ZNBC News, adding that the updates will be shared once the Commission concludes its consultations. Zulu's departure sets the stage for a political showdown in Lumezi, with parties expected to begin jotting for the soon-to-be announced by-election. So that's going to be another litmus test, because the UPND lost the Petauke by-election. I doubt they would want to lose another by-election in Eastern Province. So it's definitely going to be one for the books to watch. And then Emmanuel Mwamba just not something to say. He planned to steal the seats, referring to President Hakainde Hichilema. He alleges to say he had already planned to steal some of these seats, and he highlights a number of people that have lost their seats. So you can see Malanji there, you can see Boma Musambata far left, and then more members of parliament there. He puts up a list to say he had already put up this list. So far, government has spent 264 million kwacha in holding by-elections, and the UPND plans to grab seats. The UPND plans to grab seats from opposition, has worked for them in many cases using cadre and violent methods. And then he lists some of the by-elections that the country has already witnessed. So he says Kabusi constituency, Boma Musamba lost his seat. Kwacha constituency, Joe Malanji lost his seat. And Kawamba constituency, Nixon Chilangwa lost his seat. For Kawamba District Council chairperson lost his seat. And then 5, Mwense Humphrey Kapala. 6, Pembeshe constituency, Ronald Chitotela. 7, Petauke constituency, Emmanuel J. Banda lost his seat. 8, and now Munir Zulu has lost his seat. And then he also alleges to say the more seats that they are targeting are Mfuwe constituency, Maureen, Mabunga, 2, Matero constituency, Mausamba, because Mausamba has been going in on the UPND and President Nakaide recently. I do not know what his strategy is, but pretty much, yeah, he's been doing podcasts. If you look at, I'll show you some of the rants that he's been posting on his platform, which are giving people questioning. He says, and then the other seats that I include Nkana constituency of Benue Mpundu, that's an independent member of parliament. So, and then the 4th one is in Porokoso constituency, Brian Mundubire. So he says, so far they've got 8 seats by elections, and now they're targeting another 4 before the general elections that are likely to come up in 2026. So that's according to Emmanuel Wamba, and he puts up the pictures of the people that have lost their seats so far. Some are independent, and most of them were Patriotic Front members of parliament. And then these are the rants that Mao Sampa has been putting up. Say UPND government of Hakainde Ishilema family members, by his family members, and for family members, AG Kabuswani highlights a number of people that have been appointed registrar of society, deputy PS, etc. It is a Promax family farm government. So some of the posts that he's been putting up, some people are wondering to say, what is he on Mao Sampa doing there? So he alleges there is a nepotism in the UPND government led by Hakainde Hichilema. That's according to Mao Sampa there. He goes further to say, he puts up a rant that he was targeting Akafumbas there. They say, Agony is thinking you'll be PS forever, and you abuse public resources, apparently to intimidate the opposition and put your face on a billboard inside the registrar of societies. So he had put up that boss, and then now he was fired as PS. So meaning that particular billboard has to be removed, and who's paying for that? That's Mao Sampa there. He goes further. This is still Mao Sampa. Why is he panicking and campaigning at the University of Zambia or to University of Zambia students way before election? And if he is not first place, as if it's not the first place, he will lose. UNZA and other students are always the change agents of Zambia. They will vote at 12 hours and take him out by 14 hours. 12th August 2026. So he says because the president was at Chalimbana University of Zambia. I forgot to put in another. Should be Paravana University or something like that. Just a couple of days ago, if not a day ago, where he was viewing some of the projects, especially to do with accommodation, to say these have to be done before the year is done. So Mao Sampa is simply saying, in as much as he goes through those universities, those are going to be the first places where he loses those elections. That's Mao Sampa. The name UPND Masaka said, State House Communication Specialist Clayson Masaka says former Petauke member of parliament, Emmanuel J. Banda, is tormenting him. So if you remember, Emmanuel J. Banda should have gone live about 48 hours ago with the video which has gone viral, where he put up a lot of allegations against the chief communication specialist there, Clayson Masaka, from State House. And then Masaka simply says he has no idea why JJ Band was mentioning him. He put up a number of allegations there in that video. And so that's the response coming from State House to say such videos are tormenting his family there. And then Masaka says President Hakainde Hichilema is not obligated to name the Patriotic Front members of parliament asking him to join the UPND. So if you remember, the president also said PF members of parliament approaching him at set hours at night, trying to be adopted as members of parliament in the upcoming 2026 elections. So he says, Masaka responds to say the president is not obligated to disclose the names. You just find out when the time is right. Sampa says, not true. Hakainde Chilema State House media posting that Musukwa, Makebi Zulu, and Edgar Chagalungu are on the plane to Zimbabwe. I've just had a video call with Honorable Musukwa and seen he's currently at a funeral parlor in South Africa, choosing a casket for Edith Nawakwi. Heartless propaganda. So he was responding to, there was a rumor to say Edgar Lungu goes to visit JJ Banda in Zimbabwe. So that's where that came from, and that's what Sampa was responding to. He goes for the say Kasongo killed by Edith Nawakwi and gained more farm and cows and sold his soul to Dubai to post his new Foruna Limited company that uses cow dung manure to produce electricity for export to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Police must arrest him today. He's a murderer. So he had a rant. This was like 8 minutes ago. And then George Mutonga from the US, this is a UPND supporter, asked to say, can you check on Sampa? Is he okay? So he asked him to say. And then Billy Munir Mwale there says, you might perceive Sampa engaging in politics as if he's engaging in politics, but he's a content creator. So all he's doing is pretty much putting up inflammatory statements so that there is engagement on his platform. So he calls Sampa as a content creator there. And then so why has Munir Lubemba Chimukuru abdicated his throne, be it for half a year or so? Hakainde Hichilema frustrated him with arrest. Frustrated him with arrests and jailing of his politician subjects. And meantime, also surrogative care for any, segregative caring for only Chief Amusonde and Chief Mukuni there. Then finally, Nawakwi granted a state funeral. We don't need to force it. We didn't need to force it. She deserves it. It's a president's duty, not a choice to listen. Let love lead. That's Kasonde Mwenda there. And then the mass newspaper asked to say the walls of Jericho falling. Changara wonders whether Nkombo's rise to the presidency has begun. So says the firing of Gary Nkombo, is it one of him for him to go on the ground and campaign as a possible presidential candidate on the UPND? People have been speculating about the Nkombo firing. No one really knows until he steps out and says something. But as these things stand, no one really knows what happened there. But in politics, eventually the truth will come out. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.